Hello, welcome back to reading through the Pictorial Bible. We are in chapter 32 of Genesis. It's going to be harder for me to keep track of the numbers now that it doesn't just line up with the date, but it's February 1st. Thank you for joining again. I'm in the 1800s Pictorial Bible, reading in Old King James English. Apologies for whatever I mess up, but grab a Bible, whatever translation you have is great. Read along with me. Again, chapter 32 of Genesis. Let's jump into it. And Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him. And when Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's host." And he called the name of that place Mahanaim. And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother unto the land of Seir and the country of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, "Thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau. Thy servant Jacob saith thus, I have sojourned with Laban and stayed there until now. I have oxen and asses, flocks and men servants, women servants. I have sent to tell my lord that I may find grace in thy sight." He's groveling. And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to thy brother Esau, and also he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him." Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that was with him, and the flocks and herds and the camels, into 2 bands, and said, "If Esau come to one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape." And Jacob said, "O God of my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, the Lord which saidst to me, Return unto thy country and to thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee. I am not worthy of the least of the mercies and of all the truth which thou hast shewed unto thy servant. For with my staff I have passed over this Jordan, and now I become 2 bands. Deliver me, I pray thee, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he will come and smite me and the mother with the children. And thou saidst, I will surely do thee good, and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude." And he lodged there that same night, and took of that which came to his hand a present for Esau his brother, 200 she-goats, and 20 he-goats, 200 ewes, and 20 rams, 30 milch camels with their colts, 40 kine, and 10 bulls, 20 she-asses, and 10 foals. And he delivered them into the hands of his servants, every drove by themselves, and said unto his servants, "Pass over before me, and put a space betwixt drove and drove." And he commanded the foremost, saying, "When Esau my brother meeteth thee, and asketh thee, saying, Whose art thou? And whither goest thou? And whose are these before thee? Then thou shalt say, They be thy servant Jacob's. It is a present sent unto my lord Esau, and behold, also he is behind us." And so commanded he the second and the third, and all that followed the drove, saying, "On this manner shall ye speak unto Esau when ye find him. And say ye moreover, Behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease him, I will see his face, peradventure he will accept of me." So went the present over before him, and himself lodged that night in the company. And he rose up that night, and took his 2 wives, and his 2 women servants, and his 11 sons, and passed over the ford Jabbok. And he took them and sent them over the brook, and sent over that he had. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of day. And when he saw that he had prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and he wrestled with the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, and he wrestled with him. And he said, "Let me go, for the day breaketh." And he said, "I will not let thee go, except thou bless me." And he said unto him, "What is thy name?" And he said, "Jacob." And he said, "Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince thou hast power with God and with men, and hast prevailed." No, oh my goodness, I am skipping lines. Sorry, guys. "And he said, Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and hast prevailed." And Jacob asked him and said, "Tell me, I pray thee, thy name." And he said, "Wherefore is it that thou dost ask after my name?" And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, "For I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved." And as he passed over Penuel, the sun rose upon him, and he halted upon his thigh. He had a limp. Therefore the children of Israel eat not of the sinew which shrank, which is upon the hollow of the thigh unto this day, because he touched the hollow of Jacob's thigh in the sinew that shrank. Okay, so this is the chapter where he wrestles with God. Literally wrestles with God. That's not just a euphemism. I feel like people use the wrestling with God thing as like a spiritual thing of like, I'm wrestling with my circumstances and like trying to figure things out with him mentally. He literally physically wrestled God, which just goes to show how like crazy Jacob is. I also love how serious Jacob takes this reunion with Esau, and how he knows like he is in danger. He knows what he did. He knows that there is a very good chance that Esau is going to want to kill him, because Esau said before Jacob left, like, oh, I'm going to try and kill him. As soon as my dad dies, it's on sight. Like, I hate this guy. He stole everything from me. And kind of, he has a point. Jacob did steal everything from him. But Jacob is really trying to placate his brother. He's sending gifts ahead, and he's also trying to preserve his family. He's breaking his group up into 2 groups so that, okay, if he sees me first, he'll wipe us out, but at least the other group will get a chance to get away, and some of my sons and possibly one of my wives will get away. It doesn't say how exactly he broke them up, like what groups, but he's trying to protect his own. He's trying to do the right thing. He's trying to make amends for what he's done. And then he literally wrestles God. And God gives him a new name, and then he becomes Israel. If you know anything about the Bible, obviously this is a very significant passage, because this is where Israel comes from. This is where the nation of Israel that now exists today comes from. Right here, this guy wrestling with God, God changing his name, and now it's Israel. And now that's the beginning of this nation. And he will have 12 sons, and there will be 12 tribes of Israel. And it all starts right here. So this is a very important part of Genesis. Definitely don't want to overlook it. Yeah. We're into February. Good job, guys. We've been reading every single day of this year. This is a good, like, New Year's resolution wise, like, most people have given up on stuff. I'm really excited to still be here. I'm excited to still be doing this. You know, have I been consistent on what time of day I post this? No. From what I understand of analytics, I should be posting consistently at the same time. I'm not doing that. Oops. Maybe later in the year, we'll get better about that. But thank you guys for joining, for riding along. I hope you are reading the Bible more than with me, as I always say. But in the meantime, I hope you're well. God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow.